Now, this one, I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely just gonna be a yap session. I feel like I have a lot to talk about. But recently I been chilling honestly. I'm not gonna lie, I low key been losing my mind in the sense of I've just been in my room. But I tend to do that a lot. I self isolate, uh, especially whenever I feel like nobody listens to me, which has practically been the story of my life for ever since I've been alive, basically. But yeah, that's why y'all haven't really heard from me. My mental health has taken a fat decline recently, but I'm doing way better now today, actually. At least tonight, and I should be fine by tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll go back to class anyway, so I'll finally be, I'll have no choice but to go outside and touch grass. But yeah, I'm gonna post these probably tomorrow morning, honestly. But anyways, that's what I've been going through. I wanted to actually go back home, but I couldn't because my dad, he was sick. So I understood, if anything, and I wasn't mad or anything, but it didn't really help that today, since it's Monday today. Excuse me, I'm tired. My bad for yawning, but it didn't help that I have no school today because it's Veterans Day. So since Friday, I think it was, yeah, since Friday, because Friday I went and got groceries, and that day was atrocious. I didn't want to go outside at all, but I had to go outside because I needed to eat food. I knew my behind was not going to go outside for real, like this weekend at all. I knew it from the get go. So I was like, let me get groceries today, and then I'm going to go back in my room and I won't do anything. And I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I did, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because Thursday was a basketball game that I went to. Thursday was the basketball game I went to. I made this whole video about how lonely I felt. I'm probably gonna go ahead and post it because I have like probably 4 videos by now for y'all. So, which is pretty good. I'm gonna post them all tomorrow for real once I wake up after like a bit or whatever. I'll probably post it all after my class. But and one of them is just me talking about the basketball game and how lonely I felt while I was, you know, at that game, and then I left, and that lonely, like that wave of loneliness just hit. So since then, it was like my mental health like at an all time low. So my bad, I'm kind of congested right now, but yeah, from Friday after I got back from groceries, literally, even now I have not left my room. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today, which is Monday, literally been in my room. All No one has seen me outside of my room or anything. I have been MIA. And that's because, like I said, I tend to self isolate, especially currently. That's what I've been doing. Um, but honestly, my mental health I'm doing a little bit better now. Uh, but yeah, it's been really rough. I think it's just now like hitting me like that I'm no longer ever gonna actually most likely ever talk to them again. So it's just kind of crazy in a way. It's like, dang, I have nobody to really talk to at all. I felt that this whole weekend basically. Um, I think also in another video I made recently was me talking about how I have no friends, and that's still the truth. I don't have any friends, and that's okay if anything. But it's definitely hard for me to cope with that at some points, um, because it's more like I can just talk to them, but they're not really friends because I don't know them that deep, like on a deep level for real. You know what I mean? I know that they're not willing to sacrifice for me, and I know I'm not willing to sacrifice for them, but we're cool. You know what I mean? We still talk to each other and everything. We're all cool at the end of the day. But yeah, that has been my weekend, honestly, though. I am definitely excited to actually go back outside tomorrow because I have been losing my dang mind in this room. All I've been doing is literally just watching YouTube. I swear to you, that's it. Just watching YouTube. I actually went ahead and read so many chapters from JJK. I'm almost done at this point. I would say I'm like 45% done with the manga, which I'm reading it because I got tired of people spoiling me. So yeah, I want to go ahead and finish it and see what the ending is on my own. But yeah, like other than those two activities, it's been really bad, like really bad. But luckily, it hasn't been anything crazy. Um, I'm not even suicidal anymore, so I don't self harm or anything, which is a good thing. I did actually cancel my appointment that I had scheduled for the whole counseling thing I was planning on doing because I canceled it today because I hate Zoom sessions. And it was on Wednesday, and I have a whole bunch of homework to get done with actually. And I was like, you know what? It's literally a Zoom session. I know I'm not gonna want to do it for real because it's on Zoom. I personally hate Zoom. Like I said already, it's just annoying. Why do I have to do a Zoom session in order to go ahead and talk to somebody that I want to talk to in person? It makes zero sense. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna cancel it. I'll deal with my mental health like a champ. We'll see how that goes. I think I'll do fine though, honestly. I think I'll be fine. It's nothing to worry about, if anything. I'm just getting through a heartbreak, so I'll be fine at the end of the day. I know I'll be good. Another thing I do want to talk about is this job that I am still considering whether or not I should take. I plan on doing a lot of classes next semester, and with that is going to come a heavy workload. And not only that, this job that I potentially will have will put me in a position to go ahead and yes, I'll be able to choose my own hours, but that's after next semester because next semester I have to actually train in order to even get through there. It's a paid training, yes, but it's like, do I really want to go ahead and have a whole paid training thing to do while remembering a bunch of information for that job, mind you, while doing a bunch of classes? And I don't know still, you know what I mean? And I also don't want to leave a bad reputation of me going ahead and doing that. And then I plan on actually transferring schools after next semester. So it's like, and they expect me to literally stay here for, what they say, like for 3 semesters. That's how long the job is, basically 3 semesters. So they want me to basically stay here long term. So I don't want to rob them. You know what I mean? It's kind of like highway robbery. But there was some opportunity I did see where I can go ahead and do a leadership thing instead. Not paid, obviously, it's a volunteer leadership thing, but this would look good on my resume, and it's something I can go ahead and just put on it and be like, not, well, yeah, on my resume, and also, just like in my transfer applications, like, oh yeah, I also did this leadership thing this semester because blah, 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 I love my community type of thing. So I think it'll work for me in the long run if I do that as well. So I basically have two options where I don't get paid and where I do get paid. But there's a con to the getting paid one, whereas there is no cons to the not getting paid one, if anything. You know what I mean? So it makes sense to me in a way. So I'm probably gonna go for it. I'll probably sign up for it like tomorrow or something like that. See what happens with that. And yeah, I do want to either transfer to. I have two schools in mind. I'm not gonna say the schools, but yeah. One of the story is, I'll be happy if I get into either or. If I get into both, that'll be great. I get to pick. Um, if not, like I said, if I get into either or, it's fine with me. As long as I can be at home, because being on my own right now, ever since that heartbreak, is just not good for my mental health, and I'm starting to honestly realize that the more that you know, that I'm on my own basically. So I'm kind of glad that next semester is most likely going to be my last semester at this school. I'm not saying this is a bad school or anything. I actually like the school a lot. I love the class sizes. I met some decent people here. Um, but I think it's time for this chapter in my life to be over. so I can go ahead and actually meet new people, and hopefully I can actually resonate with them more on a deeper level, and also just find myself. Luckily for me, I do know some things that I'm already into. I love skateboarding, so I want to get deeper into that, honestly. I actually did figure out my aesthetic. It's just grunge at this point. I will wear some, colorful things like I do nowadays, but I'll definitely be diving back into the darker clothing style that I had before. Nothing crazy though, just, you know, we'll see what happens, but it's gonna be stuff I know that I like to wear basically. Um, and yeah, also I do want to get like a vintage camera. I always wanted to get like a vintage camera, like mainly a camcorder. That's what I want, like mainly a camcorder. So I'm probably gonna get like a little vintage camera and then a camcorder. I want to record, just record stuff for real. I'll probably just end up posting stuff like that on like, my YouTube, like these voice memos. These voice memos, I usually just go ahead and post them with like a black screen, but the camcorders and stuff, I'll probably go ahead and actually post stuff that I do and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm gonna put my face on there or anything yet still, but let's see what happens. And I want to continue making music on the side while I go ahead and continue this degree that I'm pursuing, honestly. Because I'm not gonna lie, the music I've been making recently has been very dark. And not in the sense of, oh, like cringe-worthy dark. It's more so in the sense of like, my lyrics nowadays are just very like, they're how I feel in that moment that I make them. I never write anything. I do want to actually start writing. I've been typing a bunch in my journal that I have in my MacBook, but I want to actually start writing for real. One of my dreams has always been to actually make a book, but I tried doing it in like my senior year of high school, and well, let's just say I did not get that far because it's actually harder than I thought. Which, no surprise, you actually got to make characters characters, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta actually go ahead and make them into believable people, into believable characters. They gotta have personality. They gotta have charisma. They gotta have, they just gotta be a person, you know? So it's harder than I thought it was. Like, I was able to make the main character perfectly fine. But when I was trying to make the side character for the main character, it's like, holy moly, I don't know what the hell this character should be like. And I don't know what their parents should be like. It's a whole bunch of stuff. So I feel like the best way to approach that dream of mine is to definitely just start writing, honestly. I want to basically just go ahead and write out what the characters I want, like who I want to write out the characters, descriptions, and just basically flesh them out one by one, if that makes sense. Ooh, I'm not gonna lie, that's actually pretty smart of me. That way I go ahead and basically have a blueprint before I ever even get into actually writing the thing for real. That makes way more sense than what I was doing senior year. Actually, it might not even be that hard if I actually just approach it in that way. At least it might not be hard for me. I mean, it might not be as hard as I thought it would be for me, at least. Wow. I just solved my own problem by just talking to myself about it. That's crazy. Wow. But yeah. Ugh, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm gonna have a sore throat tomorrow. Ooh, tomorrow though, I do have a plan. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna go ahead, obviously take a shower. I'm gonna register for my new classes for spring, register for them, and then go to class. And then after class, I'm gonna come back here, get dressed for the gym, and I actually want to go ahead and do some squats and some bench press and everything because I need to start working out more consistently now that I have more time on my hands after dropping that one class recently. Yeah, I am tired. That was a good yawn, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, but yeah. That is my yap session for tonight, though. Oof, boy, oh boy. I don't think it was that long, honestly. Let's see. 14 minutes. You see, I've been chilling recently. I'm not gonna lie. 14 minutes ain't bad. Well, it's 15 now, but that ain't bad. But anyways, though, like I said, though, I'll most likely be 4 videos dropping. So yeah, thank y'all for listening. If you did, hope y'all have a great day. Whether it's night, evening, morning, whatever time it is, I hope that y'all have a blessed one. I hope you have a blessed one. Stay safe. Take care. And thank you for listening again. Alrighty. It's been real.